It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Dolphins and the Panthers, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Okay, ready? Set, cut.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I think we all need some time to adjust to Thielen moving the sticks in the new uniform. Figure the Minnesota native, Minnesota State grad would be a Viking for life. He's in Carolina now and gets to be the veteran star helping along a very young but promising offense.
One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 31 yards there and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The numbers for Sanders last week, 19 carries, 80 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Ready?
Looking to throw, Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you got to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Coach suggests on plan. There are 9 clear. There are 9. Coach suggests on plan. Clear. There are 9 categories. You have 7 options. Formation. There are 9 concept. There option. Run. Screen pass. Play action pass. Keep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Entering
give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Jet sweep. Pumper corner, puck cross. Pumper corner, post.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give him a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. Giving 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since the Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Keep medium. Quick path, option, run, in 24 zone open.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Waddle, the motion man right. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Offense.
We're going to do what we do.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers 33. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week, 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Entering
the Dolphins at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week. Plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Flood. There are 10 categories.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
On play action, here's Tua. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Media, quick pass. Media, cheap pass. Flood, drive flood. Experts, drive flood.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Sam Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options that attempt to select it.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff, keep left is selected.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we get a look at him. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down this stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here is Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there,
Entering play
nice
call,
first down.
coach
Drive keeps
suggestions.
moving.
There are 7 categories.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Young now. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to give into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now here's Young. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. This is up and good from Pinheiro. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Automatic 1st down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
To be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Up the middle they go with Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
There are 7 categories.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Young. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw, Young. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Cover 3 Sky. Cover 4 Ponds.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Black shot. Opposite. Green.
He'll look to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9
Entering play
looming.
call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll throw again. Young. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Christian Wilkins. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. A good start for him in this one here in the first quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bullet. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Who's going to? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see.
Entering play call, Dolphins D spot.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Waddle, the motion man right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. Oh, what a juke into space. Jonathan Taylor, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year, and the Dolphins add 6 to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big story like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Sanders on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on.
Special teams will have 6 options. Kickoff keep left selected.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. You talk about this Miami defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. On play action, Young. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get their quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Third down and 13. Young will set to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw. And they hooked up there for a first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On 1st and 10, Young. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Coach suggestions.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Okay. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down at a yard.
Ready?
Throwing. Young. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Play call, coach
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Young. Open man once again. It's Thielen. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's second down.
Entering play
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Young. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
As defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
After 1, it's 13-6. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To the air once more, Young. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Florida Southeast screen.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. After the turnover, it's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
There are 4 categories. You have 5 options. Pot, max, protect.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Entering play, jailbreak screen. Concept, play action, kick pass. Flood, drive flood.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there. A 1st down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers involved in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Concept, kick pass. Ready, quick pass, run. Inside, 24 zone open.
Waddle, the motion man right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Medium, quick pass, option, run. Inside zone, 24 zone, AHP inside zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Taylor. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Play action, now it's Tua. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Choice, Dolphins, D-spot.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Young to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On the draw, here's Sanders. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Braxton Berrios deep for Miami. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Jonathan Taylor. Jalen Waddle. Jet sweep. Stick spacing.
1st and 10 and kind of...
Entering French. Instant. Call. Stat. Coaching. Pop-up menu. You have 5 options. Depth chart is selected. Medical center is selected. Entering. Player name Isobert. Player name T Long JR. Player name Isobert. Player name J Baker. Player name T Hill. Player name T Hill. Position W. Injury type dislocated shoulder. Injury length out for game. Injury length out for game. Injury type dislocated shoulder. Position MLB. Player name J Baker. Player name Isobert. Position T. Injury type PCL sprain. Injury length out for game. Injury length out for game. Injury type ACL sprain. Position MLB. Player name T Long JR. Player name J Baker. Player name J Ramsey. Position C. Injury type. Injury length. Injury length 1 week. Injury type dislocated. Position LG. Player name Q Nelson. Player name T Hill. Entering franchise
running the
screen.
ball.
You have
3
8
tight
options.
ends are out
Coaching
there.
is selected.
Now Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Quick pass. Option. Run. Screen pass. Play action pass. Deep pass. Flood. Drive flood.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Throwing for the out route. He finds Wilson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On play action, here's Tua. And he completes it to Berrios. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to...
Entering options. Quick resume. Call. Challenge. Soup. Stats. Coaching. Pop-up. Medical center. Depth chart is selected. And slot 2. Slot. Player name Tagovailoa. AHB selected. FB selected. WR selected. Player name J Waddle. Player name C Wilson J. Player name B Berrios. Enter.
And they're taking advantage of it.
There are 9. Play action pass. There. Pass print HD flat.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect. They'll try to pick up another 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Entering play call.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Here's a diving catch right side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 19. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those like mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches.
I didn't need a mat.
You just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there. Because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Play action pass, keep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14
Play number
options.
9 on the drive coming up, and they
selected.
need 9 yards on third down. Tua sets up to pass it. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Entering play call, coach sig, gun plan, there are player, there are 9 formation, there are 9 cons, medium, quick pass, option, run, screen pass, play action pass, keep pass, flood, there are 10 categories, you have 14
a tough
options.
ask here, they're going to go for it on
selected.
4th down and 9. Here's Tua. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Okay, ready?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Young now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. Young will set to throw, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And here comes Berrios. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well.
Pass, keep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14 options.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Waddle downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And we're pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Entering play call. Wysale. Flood.
Tua going to throw. And this one is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Braxton Berrios. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories.
Sanders now to have the extra point.
Selected.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. Now the Panthers and Miles Sanders headed out for another drive. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6. Young to throw it. On the slant, this is Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that
means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
This is a half, but not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Young working out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth.
I think it's safe to say they've made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. This is up and good from Pinheiro. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Ready.
It's Young on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Here's Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Down 2 scores already. I don't think these guys would be too enthralled with the notion of settling for 3 here. Very nice job of execution on third down. Able to keep the drive moving.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good. A 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now.
6 options. Return left.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
There are 9 categories. Run outside is selected. Run outside. AHB stretch.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 97 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
AHB stretch.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 30 more yards and another 1st down. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
There are 9 formation. Concept, medium pass, quick pass. Option, run, screen pass, run, play action pass, screen pass, play action pass.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Entering play clock. AHB stretch. Gun plan. There are 9 categories. Run. Player. There are 9. Formation. Concept. Medium pass. Quick pass. Option. Run. Screen pass. Play action pass. Keep pass. Flood. Drive flood.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You still hold your breath and when there's a defense with 2 gets out of the pocket, you're worried about him scrambling and getting a 1st down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Now Tua. Going for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard. Incomplete.
Concept, medium pass, quick pass, option, run, screen pass, play action pass, keep pass, flood, error, switch, shot, Portland, mill, Portland, 4 verticals.
Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Brian Robinson, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. KJ Osborne, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback, number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call of the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic. I think at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Quick cut, option, run. Inside, power. Counter. Power. 26 to AHP base.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
AHP quick base. AHP power O. Power O. Power O. AHP power O. AHP power O. AHP quick base.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And some room to work. Oh, good move. yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Entering play call, power, there are 9:26 to AHP base. AHP split O. Counter.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Enter AHP counter weak power. 26 to AHP base.
They run once more with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one left side caught by Barrios. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Choice, area 13 categories. Dolphins up the spot.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Counter. Power. 26 to AHP base. AHP split O. 26 to AHP power O.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Entering play call. Option. Run. Inside zone. 24 zone open. AHP inside zone. 24 zone open.
Now they send a man in motion right. Now they show jet sweep it instead, or run up the middle here. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Entering play call.
So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Partner, doesn't this speak to how well he works with this offensive line? And they know he doesn't need a giant alley to run through. He just needs a little seam. And he's so good at being patient, waiting for things to develop, and then accelerating when it does appear.
Oh, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point. And this is going to be a delay of game. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Entering play call. Coach Sig. Gun plan. Player. There are not. Formation. There are. Concept. Screen pass. Play act. Keep pass. Medium pass. Keep pass. Flood. There are. Drive flood.
Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. It's complete, and this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2, unsuccessful. Interesting call there. They went for 2 even after the penalty from the 7-yard line. It didn't pay off.
I think the first thought is to go ahead and kick the extra point, but you're not kicking it from the 7-yard line.
Yeah,
right?
That's you get pushed 5 back on the PAT as well.
Right, so they have to take it from the 15 to administer the penalty. So now you're kicking it around 40 yards. So I understand why they probably went for 2 there. They thought they had a better play and a better chance in that situation.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 1st and 10, Young. Connection made with Chenault. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Entering play
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Sanders toss left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Ready?
They run with a 3rd-year man, Chuba Hubbard. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Entering play
If you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Looking to throw, Young. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here we go. Check right.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Right back to Hubbard. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Young will set to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. To throw, Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Special teams.
So that was an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to, just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure you get in shape.
Jets weak. Stick spacing. Jets, Puggle corner post.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. A short throw there. That's just. And now a fumble. The ball's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble lost.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Flood, error, drive flood.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Young to throw it. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Entering play call.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here we go.
3rd and 20. Now Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Entering
Caught
play
that look
call,
from you there,
coach
partner. I think we're on the
suggestions.
same
There are
page
7
on that one. Just his
categories.
first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Berrios. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has set word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. He's across midfield and finally marked down at the 42-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Run. Inside zone. Power. 26-2. AHP base.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get it down to the plane of the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
AHP quick base.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Recent, there are 9 cat favorites. There are 9 cat personnel. There are 9 play type. There are 9 categories. Concept, there are screen pass, play action, deep pass, flood, there are 10 categories.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On play action, here's Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 14. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Inside, power. 26-2, AHP base.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Second and 6 from the 10. Again, it's Taylor. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Waddle, the motion man right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
You have 14 options. Experts process selected.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Entering play
back
call.
now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Pass, quick pass, option, run, screen pass, play action pass, deep pass, flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14
options. And here's
options.
A big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with an amazing diving catch. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Ready. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Ready. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 77 yards on the ground for him so far.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Throwing, Young. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl quarterback. And what a play there. Make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options that empty selected.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff, keep left selected.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
Entering play call.
That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
Got it. Let's go. Hut.
Back to it after the pick six. Young. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here we go. Here we go.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration and body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
6, mega, 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Smith, red, opposite, green.
They'll throw again. Young. That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted.
Automatic first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Again, it's Young. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Come on, stay.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Now Young. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. It'll be Young again. Touchdown! Ian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off.
Left is selected.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Quick pass, option, run. Inside 24 zone open. AHP inside zone.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I'm
sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll drop this down to Taylor. Skirts by him at the 35. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Entering post corner. Shot W. Southeast corner.
Two and now on 1st down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Entering play call, choice. There are 13 categories. You have 16 options. Haji Red is selected. Post corner. Shot WR option.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. 9 yards yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Here comes third and about a foot. Play action. Now it's Tua. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And that pickup on the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Drive flood.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
You have 14 options. X first cross is selected. Why sale?
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Entering play call. Drive flood.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Tua. Able to shake him off. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Entering play
well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Why sale? Concept, there, play action, pass, keep pass, flood. There are 10 categories. You
so they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Entering
getting 10
ball,
back there. He's going to leave him with a 3rd and 5. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle with now 2 touchdowns. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this way. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Entering play call.
Sanders now to add the extra point.
9 categories. You have 15 options. Pad attempt is selected.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff kick left is selected.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Carolina getting set to take the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. On 1st and 10, Young. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, Young loses it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Ready?
Now here's Young. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
It's Young on 1st down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Check right.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check pink. Yellow. Line. Black swap.
Back to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Entering play call.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Okay, ready?
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Ready.
To the air once more, Young. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Down.
Now a 2nd and 2. Young to throw it. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down and 2.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Opposite. 3, 2, check.
Young on 3rd and 2. And Sanders has got it complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Right.
Young now. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Ready?
Here comes Sanders on the toss right. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now 2nd and 5. Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. We're going to pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then to give to Sanders. Oh, good move at the 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Ready.
Another run with Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. 3rd and short yardage, Young. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. J.C. Horn, really nice defensive effort. He'll get the tackle for loss. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter. In the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Inside 24 zone fake jet zone split dub inside zone AHB zone WK.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Stays on his feet. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Special block management, special team block man, fix spike for Eugene Heel.
Delay of game, offense.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And they will take a knee here.
And fix spike free, spike, fix spike, Eugene Heel.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Entering play call, clock management, error 2, fix spike. Spike ball, fix spike, Eugene Heel.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Dolphins, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.